I got my money on Grindcore. He has been undefeated throughout this whole thing. And I think he's gonna continue his reign at the top.
Well, just for the sake purpose of playing Devil's Advocate, I'll go for a Skulljob. I think he's a really good summoner, and I really like his build too. And hopefully he can get those kills. There goes Grindcore with the Spectral Throw, as we expected. Keep in mind that he's using a two-hander sword. He's swapping to it, and it's really easy to get caught out and having trouble to swap back to your shield, so he's got to be careful with that.
Yep. And if the Raging Spirits get too close, those returning projectiles will kill them on him, and he's gonna take a lot of damage. But he's keeping a good distance here. Playing smart, playing at his own pace.
Yeah, we're seeing Skulljob play a lot more defensive than he did against me, because he knows that Grindcore is a very aggressive player. He's got to have those summons up at all times.
So being a ranger, he's going to have quite a bit of evasion, isn't he? So those Raging Spirits won't always hit him. He can go a little bit YOLO, but it doesn't seem to work out.
Yeah, absolutely. He was stuck kind of in between getting hit by the summons and getting frozen by the Arctic armor. So a very tough spot. And yeah, Skulljob being able to use Cold Snap froze him. And then remember that Skulljob has not only Arc for the traps, but also he has, I believe, Culling Strike on it. So if you are at 10% of your life, he will kill you instantly.
And he's using Elemental Weakness and Tempt Chains, increasing his damage as long as Grindcore doesn't have cap resist and overcapped. Also, he gets a few shock stacks off every now and then.
Absolutely. He must have maximum quality on his Arc. Even though it doesn't last very long, it can sometimes make your summons do more damage. And he's trying to chase down the Grindcore, getting him in the corner, but he's only got one summon up.
That's look at that life get on hit. He heals up to half HP instantly and finishes him off with some Whirling Blades.
Fight.
And Skulljob is pretty tanky, but Grindcore does a lot of damage, so once he closes in, doesn't take too many hits for him to kill him, so having the summons up at all times is very important for Skulljob.
Grindcore here maintaining his, not using his curse immunity. He wants to save it for the engage. Just standing here, taking a beating. What's happening?
And it seems like he got caught out in the corner, potentially got frozen there.
Oh, he minimized his client. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That's gonna lose him one of the first rounds here in this matchup, giving Johnny the lead.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I know that players are clicking really fast, very nervous. There's a lot of tension, so mistakes like that do happen.
Just look at this life get on hit. It's incredible. That was nice play. He stunned him. He wasn't able to cast any more Raging Spirits, and he just finished him off. He's got a lot of damage, even on Whirling Blades. It's enough to kill an opponent. Grindcore using...
Being a little more patient there. The thing is, he's got to work down those summons before he can go in, otherwise he's going to take a beating.
Yeah. Wow!
What a lot of life gain there. Completely destroying the summons and healing up full.
I think that might be the way to go. Let Johnny get his minions and then just go full YOLO with the Cyclone. You could see he could tank through all the damage.
He's just going through. He's thinking, no summons, let's go. Using his Whirling Blades, I think Cyclone is the better option. Let's see if they're working.
That is
He's
insane!
healing faster than minion instability and getting the win.
Seems like Grindcore has picked up on this as well, and I think we're going to see a repeat this round.
Definitely picking up on what he's got to do here. Whirling Blades just not cutting it. The Cyclone gives him a lot more heal. Taking out all the summons in one hit there. One Cyclone only.
Oh no.
And Skulljob having a terrible time trying to get those summons back up. He does have to cast Detonate, Desecrate. And then, he's got to cast them and stuff, so... it takes too much time. Grindcore has time to get in close and kill him.
And one thing to mention is that the minions are going to give him charges too.
Absolutely. On top of using his life gain on hit, he's also going to get charges, which gives him curse immunity.
Oh, there we see.
Blue team wins.
We were looking at a really close start, but Grindcore really dominating the end of the match there.
Alright, we're gonna see if Johnny can figure out what to do with the aggressive playstyle of Grindcore next round. We're gonna give them 60 seconds to prepare for the next round, and then it's go time.
Yeah, we're really seeing Skulljob struggle now. Grindcore's damage is high enough to kill the summons without actually hurting himself. The minion stability isn't hurting him enough. He's able to heal using the life gain on hit.
Alright, should we change up the perspectives and let people see Johnny's perspective this time?
Alright, so I'm getting the ready from Skulljob. He's ready to go back in. Nope, he's...
Yeah, let's change the perspectives.
Absolutely. As soon as we switch the parties, we'll be ready. I'm gonna get Grindcore in here.
Alright, Skulljob is here with me in Act 1 normal. We're ready. Are you ready, Renewed?
We're just entering the same instance to make sure that we both get teleported to the arena.
Alright, so what's the stats currently? It's 2-0?
That's right, Grindcore is winning 2-0 right now.
All
So
right.
I'm getting the go right now, we're ready. And I do believe that I have to challenge you. We're going into NA
Alright.
Gateway. And we do get the same arena, so this is going to be interesting.
Round one. Fight.
And I'm really cheering for Skulljob because I think his build is really interesting, but he can't let Grindcore just wipe out his entire army in one cyclone. He's got to be able to cold snap him with Temp Chains on. We know that he uses Temp Chains and LA Weakness together. It's really potent. He's got to get that freeze, maybe a Bear Trap in there.
Seemed like he was...
Grindcore not hesitating at all.
Grindcore getting hit low, but healing right back up. Skulljob tried to set up a good defense
He
in the
gets
start.
caught out.
Gains a point.
Skulljob getting Grindcore caught out in the trap of minions there, and also I've noticed that Skulljob is now using punishment, trying to make Grindcore hurt himself.
Ah, maybe finally a use for the shitty gem called punishment.
That's right, because punishment has less effect on unique mobs, including players, but it has great effect on white mobs.
Skulljob got caught in that spectral throw, already low on HP. Grindcore going full YOLO.
Skulljob doing really good, but Grindcore not giving up yet.
Red team.
And Grindcore
gains a
manages to
point.
kill him.
Round three.
Killing the minions at the end of a round is also quite important. It will give you fast charges.
Full pots. A little bit of smack talk here, maybe. Trying to intimidate Skulljob, asserting his dominance.
Hey, if he wins the mind game, that can really, really have a huge effect on the outcome.
Luxidro getting punishment up, but curse immunity is up and running for Grindcore.
Yeah, he did use his pot right there, so he's trying to be aggressive and get full use out of that pot.
Maybe you should have...
Oh, and
he didn't use Whirling Blades.
Round four.
I mean,
Yeah,
Cyclone.
that's true. That's true, absolutely. And you saw there that Grindcore used his pot, and so he wanted to get full use out of it before it expired. So I think he was a little too aggressive there.
Alright, Skulljob setting up a good defensive position here. Trying to get the Raiding Spirits up. He's running away from his traps, though. Ending up in Grindcore's trap, but Grindcore is just playing casually, healing up. He knows he's got this. Falling back.
Playing a lot more defensive than he has in the last 2 rounds, absolutely. And there's a Cyclone trying to wipe out the army while healing up fully. He's got all the frenzy charges. Nope, they expire now.
Skulljob has a lot of traps here. Whirling Cyclones through all of them. Not even flinching.
And now he has no armies. He's going to take all the damage and suffers because he had no summons up anymore.
Fight.
A surprisingly close game in comparison to the first two. Skulljob doing really good. Trying to keep that army alive. One thing I haven't seen Skulljob do very much is using the gem that calls back the minions. I'm not sure what level requirement that is, but I don't know much about summoners, but I feel like it could be pretty good in this matchup.
Red team.
And a very
gains
aggressive
point.
Grindcore is going to take this round.
Round 6. Fight.
What should Skulljob do in this position?
It's really hard. He's got to keep his minions alive, and they're really hard to control. They just kind of go whenever they feel like it, so
Yeah.
keeping a good position in the corner, cleverly using that frost wall there.
Getting caught in that spectral throw, brutal, down to 20%, and gets finished off by one Whirling Blade.
Round 7. Fight.
I really feel like Skulljob has to get that corner at the bottom, make an army, protect himself with frost wall.
Yep.
Maybe get that punishment curse so that he doesn't get the full effect of Cyclone. And there goes the Cold Snap Temp Chains.
Round 8.
Very potent.
Fight.
Completely freezing Grindcore.
He
and,
was
leaving him vulnerable.
He precasted those Raiding Spirits, having Grindcore run straight into them, and just perma-CCing him.
So I am getting confirmation that Convocation doesn't work, so that's very unfortunate. It would really help his build. And Grindcore really trying to kill the army while still focusing his Whirling Blades on Skulljob. It's working, he's working him down.
And he nails him.
Red team
Managing to
wins.
kill Skulljob without even taking out his entire army.
GG from both players, and that's the first semifinals going to Grindcore.